Good morning. We are live and nationwide. We are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PS4, waiting for the goods to cook, and we are ready to do readings. Here we go. Testing, testing, testing. Alright, we got sound. So you're welcome to come on in and ask for a reading, and we will do a 3-card draw for you from either the Wild Unknown Tarot or the Red Deck of the Bastard Gorgeous deck. Both are really, really accurate and good decks. Alright, so we have... Let's see, are those alligators all back? Yes, they are. Biters. And you, right here, I see you hiding there. Thinking you'll have a little chomp out of me before the day's over. I don't think so. Oh, you're elusive. Alright, so we got you already, but we still have you sitting around this corner. Let's get you. And your friend over there. Oh, you need 2 shots, do you? Yeah, it brings to mind the saying, somebody should have drained the swamp. And you, right there. Let's hope nothing's in this swamp here that's gonna eat me. There's a lot of alligators, I'll tell you. Alright, this is a good camp though. All you gotta do is kill, skin, and deliver. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's put this on the pony, and we are moving now. I do believe that this game is just as good as counseling. When you're angry, you go kill some alligators. And it doesn't really respond or need you to be 100% there, so it's a good thing to do if you're sitting homesick. Just deliver all these grouchy little bitey alligators. It won't completely fill it, but Mr. Yoda, hello, hello, hello. Back off we go. Collect more of those little biters. Even when you get them the first time around, their friends sneak up into place just to scare the bejesus out of you. So the throat has still got some going on there. It's not as bad as it was, though. starting to feel a little bit more human. Oh, there's a perfect one. Let's take that in. I mean, these just fill your goods up so fast. See that guy there? See how he's just sitting there looking all innocent? I don't think so, buddy. Donuts, donuts, donuts. So we're really thinking about the people in Florida right now. Just like to say to everybody who ever said that global warming was a hoax, how do you think the people who are grieving those they lost to this extreme weather are feeling right now about that hoax? Yes, I do get political. Sometimes it's the only thing we have is our opinions and thoughts, and they're not worth anything, but they're still ours. Oh, he was perfect too. Well, that's always nice. I like my little pony, my little Perlino. You're dead, right? I like in the game, on the story mode, they never just ran up to an alligator and started skinning it. They ran up and kicked him to see, make sure he was dead. Alright, horse, did I already put one on yet? I did. Let's deliver these back. So I watched an article on the whole history of Red Dead Redemption right back to the beginning. Not just the beginning with Dan Houser, but I'm talking the beginning where it's conceived in Japan. I did not know that it was originally kind of... Oh, and it's had many different ideas and morphed, and not until Rockstar got it, and the amount of money they put into it was just phenomenal. But they get it going as Red Dead Revolver, and at that point it's almost more of an arcade game. But yeah, that comes from a Japanese game creator. I just thought that the whole story is really interesting. I actually think I'm going to post it in here one day and just say, if you're interested, watch this. I should put it on a link in the bot so I don't lose it, because it's so good. The story is incredible. And the guy who writes the story is the same guy who's following the arrest and all the background information on the programmer who just leaked GTA 6 and posted all the game files, the code. It's just crazy. I probably should have cleaned that gun before I went and decided to shoot at these guys, but I didn't. Oh, pony, let's just drop this one for now and see if there's some better ones that we can bring back. We might run out of space. There's a twofer. There you are. There's no alligators for you to be scared of anymore. Oh, you do have one in your back. Okay. Alright, we'll head this back. Where are they hanging out? Watching for their little eyeballs. Every day I say I love this game, and every day I mean it. And I see those tracks, so I wonder what made those. And will it come to bite me? So now I just sort of have to wait this out. I think I can put these 6 in there. And I'm going to go skin the others for sure and bring some back. So we'll have, see how fast that filled that up? This is one of the better campsites. Very much like the, even better, I guess, than the one up by Roanoke Ridge. Alright, let's make sure we got no biters in there. This guy's a big, big guy. Look at him. He's huge. He's poor. I'm going to drop him because I think we got some better ones over here. Okay, let's go see what's over here. Can't turn any of these in, it's going to be full, so I'm just going to drop these guys here, and if I see one that's a 2-pointer, we'll bring her in. Well, I'll bring both these last 2 in for sure. Oh, this is the roseate spoonbill. So I guess we better put those alligators on if we don't want to lose those skins. So welcome, welcome. If anyone would like a reading, please just say so, and we will get. Oh, let's just skin this guy because otherwise we won't. They have no room to put anything. Come on, horse. Get with the program, pony. Get with the program. So the last of these, they're poor, but they still will count for something. If it's moved a little bit, we'll just sit here and slowly add them in. He's nice. I want him. I'm going to bring these guys in. Alright, my little turkey vulture friend. Had to hit him twice. I better clean that gun. I keep saying it, but it's time to just do it. I'm just thinking. How bad is she? Oh my god, no wonder. She was bad. Yeah, she was. She needs to go have a wash. Alright, let's pick up the dropped hide and get that in. I want to thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. Every time I see a like, I feel a little bit more connected with the world. I think that's why we all stream. I think during COVID, everybody was feeling disconnected, and there's something about streaming and sort of being connected, but not. Is that going to fit in there? No, let's wait. That's 7.5. Let's just wait on that one. Put that in, I guess. Put the others in if we can. Right, that one should be there. I think that will almost almost finish it. Those guys. Maybe even a tooth. We need one more tooth. We can do that. Long enough to add this in. Alright, there we go. Oops, where did it go? That was card 2. Energy bag. There we go. those. I think I can put them all in. This one too, but no, I can add those two though. Alright. Alright. Still have that rose on there. All the other carcasses disappeared though. You see that? No, they didn't. They're still there. They're just far out there. Alright. Let's take a run away from here and see what happens if we head over to where to. Let's take a look in our dailies and see what we gotta do here. NPCs trampled. Fun. Straight skunks. Oh, visit Bulger Glade. Let's go there. So we're gonna fast travel to Rhodes, I think it is. Bulger Glade is right there. There we go. Listen to that rain. I mean, it's just so realistic and so, I guess, comforting. Like, it reminds me of sitting under a tin roof and listening to the rain. When I did some of my reviews, I used to do them when it would be raining and the space that I was in, it has a tin roof, not a tin roof, but whatever it's called, a metal roof. Because we get lots of snow here in Canada. Big surprise. Actually, we don't get as much snow as you would think. And not for as long. Snow here won't start until very close to Christmas. And then it'll be done by pretty much March. So we get at least 2.5, 3 months of winter. The best thing about the rain in this game is seeing your horse all shiny. And while that might not be a big thing for some, it certainly is for me. Look at that. There's supposed to be a spot up by Annisburg that we can go. Let's see. We're going to do this and then we'll run over to Annisburg and see if we can check that spot out. It's supposed to be the best place on the map for lightning. Okay, so we're at so that's fast travel to Annisburg. Is it someplace like, is it? Way up there. Coming down here, it's like right over here, I think. But those weird trees. I'm going to show you what I found here. Sort of always wondered what it was supposed to be, and then I saw something that explained it. I came over that way, yes. Sort of way. I just ran over some poor little critter. Go. I think the storm might be over already. Over before it even got started. Does that mean the sun's gonna come out now? is that? Oh, stop, stop, stop. Let's get him. Wherever he is. Oh, it's an owl. Alright, so this is the spot that I was looking at. Alright, you have to be over here, I think. Or stop being such a orangutan. Yeah, you're gonna wreck that. You're a real fucking little jerk. You know that, horse? Does he need to eat or what the hell? No, he's just fine. You're a jerk, that's all. God, I hate Rockstar. I so hope that they get really sued over this. Because I kind of feel like... See, I'm turning a complete other way, you jerk. Just screw off. I don't even want you here. Get lost. When the horses are like this... I mean, this is what Rockstar is trying to do to us. Honestly, it's just piss us off. I think they've hated Red Dead from the very beginning, and now that I know the history, I get it. They actually do hate this game. It costs them a lot, and... Alright, what we're doing anyways, we're gonna go right... Call the other one up. Oh, there's a few we can shoot. That should give me enough fat to last for a little while. But you see, I don't have a horse yet. Alright. I kind of need to be a little higher to do this. I had people tell me that I shouldn't swear when I'm on this stream, and I'm like, well, why? Oh, it upsets people. Okay. If they're upset, then that's their issue, isn't it? Not mine. Okay, do you see this right here? Look at these trees. Now, the trees, the big trees that are burnt there, if you start to the left, that is a W. The two trees together are W. The next two trees are the H, and the last is a Y. So it spells out Y. I mean, what? And this is supposed to be the best spot if you want to get hit by lightning. This is supposed to be the best spot. So I thought it's kind of interesting as soon as I got up here. The storm stopped. But this is it, WHY right there. So whenever you're asking yourself, what the hell? Come sit up here, because even the trees are asking, why? Oh, man. See, the horse is just, I know what it probably is. It's probably, see, you have a little bit better turning like this, but when you go to the other, it gets screwed. Let's see, too, this horse might also need to be fed something. You get a carrot. I think I'll make some stuff for you. How's that? It's been said that people who swear are more honest than people who don't, and I believe that 100%. See, I'm really trying to make this freaking horse go over here, and he won't freaking listen. Like, what is wrong with him? It's not like there's something wrong. He's fully fed. Jerk. I gotta go a little farther over here to get the proper Y. There we go. You can see it in the background there. It does definitely spell out Y. So that's one of the Easter eggs in here that, you know, not Easter eggs, I guess, but one of the secrets in here that they put a lot of this stuff in. I mean, they invested so much in this game, but some of these things are just so incredible. I like to go and find them. And now we're going to make up some of this stuff so that he stops being a retard or an orangutan or a devil horse or whatever you want to call him. He's a jerk. Back to here. Let's make as many of these as we can. The horses have gotten way worse. They didn't run into things before. I mean, they did if they were hungry. But now they do it all the time. And I honestly think it's just Rockstar hating on us. So that storm disappeared, so we can't see if we could get struck by lightning. So let's go deliver this back, or should we travel back to camp, maybe? Or check and see what else we have for dailies we have to get done, because we're getting paid 0.2 today on the dailies, so it's worse. Alright, leave that. We have enough dailies. Did the bounty hunter. We have some, what else for goods? Oh, large animal carcasses, okay. Oh, we gotta drink an alcohol bottle, that's easy. as fast as I can. Alright, Caribbean rum it is. And then we're gonna go. Like it's really hard to find this in the trees, so you have to be standing in exactly the right spot. So I'm really impressed with this. See, I'm turning the horse in the other direction, completely in the other direction, and it climbed the rock instead. Right, so there's a bad spot here. You can stand on the rock, I guess. Is that going to be perfect if you stand on the rock? No. You got to get over to here. Oh, sunlight even. There it is. Get over more. No, it's on the other side. It's the W there. Here, there we go. W-H-Y. Almost. You've got to be on the horse to get the right vantage, otherwise you're too low down. There we go, if you stand on this rock. Nope. Still farther. Anyway, you get the point. That's where it is. Let's go collect those geese or ducks or whatever they were. Ducks, I think. Some delicious fat. So we can make some explosives. Yeah. Let's fix this.
Well, if you insist.
There we go. Let's get fed here before that bear decides to eat me. I don't know where he was, but he was somewhere. But it sounded like a black bear. You know, those little guys, they generally go in the other direction. They don't want anything more to do with me than I really want to taking the fat from them. Well, I mean, I do if I need it, but that's not my favorite way to go with it. I don't know why I have such a... They cry, though. They're like little babies. Here we go. I still hear him.
That's my partner. Best traders in the West.
This fast travel back to camp. That's what we wanted to check out, is whether or not it would be popular when it's gone. What's this? Onions. Onions, which are there. Oh dear, and I don't really need any of them at this moment. Let's just let them be. See if we can travel back. Playing 2 games at the same time. I'm just trying to get as much of these rounds done as I can. It's done. It's a good spot. Why is it that I feel like I could just come around? I had somebody say it's not a big deal anymore if you get COVID. It's like a cold. It's not like any cold I've ever had. Orders, I guess. Let's see what we do with this returns. This I remember driving circular once and seeing all of those pink flying birds and just thinking, wow.
Moving right along.
But I'll do is if I like to be disconnected anyways, so someone's not doing it. There's no way. Yes. gosh. So I think we're going to put those back to cook. In the meantime, let's see, let's go over here. And let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. We'll take this. Creepsy, creepsy. You sure can clean a lot. So what we're doing is switching on the fly. From the PS4 to the PC. Let's see if this is going. It's just nuts. Instead of shrinking it down, it's just making it so. This is too starting to be annoying. Finally, shrink. Wow. So, what are you doing there? Why aren't you fit now? Alright. I have to change this to PC. Come on, let's slow moving, but we get moving. Alright, let's really make some. Alright, so now we're doing the PC. So if you wonder what was happening, that's what's happening. Switching over to the PC. Because this one is at 51 immunities.
Give Maggie my regards when you next see her, will you? Quite a woman, that one. Quite a woman indeed.
If you would like a reading for cards, I would be happy to do that. I don't do readings in regards to questions, but I do general readings for people. I do look at people's capacity in particular, so if you would like a reading, I'm happy to do that. We have a deck called the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I will do a reading for you if you're interested. I'll have to get a little shuffle first. Keep you in mind as I do this reading. So I'm going to retract the question just so that it's not sitting over there. Just call it yes. So let me know whereabouts if you would like a reading. he's a 3-star. Excellent. Listen to them just rolling in there. Alright, I should be paying attention here. Alright, we have an entire posse rolling past us. Not sure what it was, but it was impressive. Alright, so there's a guy in there, so we're gonna just deal with you. Not a problem anymore, look at that. Oh, comes another one after me, get out of there quick. I know, horse, I saw it too. I know, terrifying, isn't it? Do you have one on? Yes, he does. Scary, scary little biters. Where are you going? Look at that.
Supplies are running down
To run
fast.
away. You're a big chicken, horse. Big
That's
chicken.
top notch.
Alright, so we got a little bit more added in there. Let's go see if we can get those other two. Might be using some more dynamite here. So they were right up there, so let's run right up there and see if we can get both of them. No, they're too far apart to get them both. But if we go right about there, we might get those two. And how about you? Are you still there? Yeah, you are. Fish just flew. Alright, let's go pick those guys up. I don't want to wait to skin an alligator. Let me see, right there. Right there. Oh, that's the fish. I'm not sure where this guy is up here. Watch for the little eyeballs. There we go. Back up. Skin him. Make a run to the side. Get over there. You gotta have the patience to do this. It's making me laugh because there's people who want free reading, but they're not willing to subscribe to do it. But they'd pay, you know, when I used to go to do the mystics in the marketplace, they would pay, you know,
Supplies are good.
between
I'm a
$30
happy
to
man.
$100 to get a reading. So I just laugh.
Okay,
And people
this'll
don't
have to do.
realize how entirely tiring and draining it is. Alright, so I think I have a couple more over there still to pick up. Let's avoid getting eaten by any alligators. So there's one left, two. Alright, Pony, you can come a little closer than that. Not over here, you'll have to follow me over there. Yeah, it's like, you know, some of the other changes. I was listening to PvP Cat talk about how the wagons aren't coming and they're making the horses so that they won't work for people. I just think, what kind of jerks are making this game where they just make the people playing it feel as miserable as possible. Like, to me, I get a game. I get where there's got to be stress, there's got to be a little bit of tension, there's got to be some anxiety. But to constantly do things like have dogs just up and shit right in front of you, or horse shit on your head, like, that's 10-year-old little boy humor. Is that where they're really aiming their audience at? And I think about that, and I think that, gee, that's disgusting. And then I go, oh my God, no. What's more disgusting
We're
is
well
that that's
stocked for the time
true,
being.
that they're aiming for little children. And GTA, they actually let you pay a prostitute and then shoot her. Tell me that's not rape, contributing to the rape culture and the hatred that men should have for women, and the disgust and the disdain and the dismissive flush them down the toilet after you've destroyed them. Tell me that doesn't contribute to it. So I think that Rockstar is going to get what they deserve with this release of GTA 6. That's my prediction. When you make other people miserable and unhappy and you take joy out of it,
Supplies are looking healthy right now.
what goes around comes around, and they're going to get it. They're going to be in deep doo-doo over this one because, people don't want to be as miserable as people treat Rockstar if they had been decent to anybody else, but they're not decent. They're a billion-dollar industry. I mean, people don't realize what it costs. I'm going to go look that up. I'm going to look it up because this was really, really interesting, this video that I watched. So let's go back and look and see if we can find that. This is a really interesting history of... I'm going to go into history to find this. In history library, but all right, I'm gonna so this is the actual history. All right, found it. This is what I wanted to show people. So I'm going to put this link in here so people can watch this if they're interested. Okay, back in here. Takes me a second here, but I want to post this, so I really wanted to get it in here. I recommend anyone who has any interest in anything to do with Red Dead Redemption to watch this video. And I'm going to put it into History of Red Dead. So I'm going to add it in. Go. Alright, I'm going to commit. that in. Let's go in here and try that out. So if we type history. If you've ever wondered about anything,
You're dead.
as I'm sitting there minding my own business. Oh, that's the machine gun one. I gotcha. Back over here. There's a bit of dying going on. Did we have any more to put in there? Let's see. Let's make sure that link works. I never did try that. Excellent. And if you're at all interested in what's going on, let's do that too. I'm going to put that one in there because this is interesting stuff. Okay, we'll try that out. Alright, so GTA, did I put it at 6 or just GTA? Let's see. Oops, I gotta fix that spelling mistake. Alright, that's why it is GTA, not GTA 6. There we go. Anybody interested in the controversy about GTA? I I quite enjoy this streamer, and unreleased. It needs to be edited. There we go. Fix that. So if you're interested in having your cards read, just let me know. I'm having some fun here. But yeah, the history of Red Dead. I had that spelling mistake. Oh man. Where was that dead? And it even like talks about who came up with the term Red Dead. It was long before Red Dead Revolver is even conceived. The Japanese creator of the idea. And it's not even that this is just made up. They did pay him. They paid for all the rights before they put out Red Dead Revolver. So I thought that was interesting. I should be smarter and not be posting all these that take you off my link. There must be a way to make it post in a new window. I'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm less interested in whether or not people are following me and a lot more interested in whether or not people are getting information. So I think I'm going to start using this as a free reading and information sharing. And that means I'm sharing the information. If people want to share information with me, they can. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to let them use the channel as a place to broadcast, because this isn't a democracy. People are confused by that. Alright, that's what we were going to do. We're going to go over and learn how to do that. Let's do it. That's mostly what I'm doing here, is learning stuff. I love it. Alright, so crossfire. I'm going to do that. Crossfire, where did that get put? Let's see. Oh, it's in downloads, that's right. Crossfire project, there you are. Those guys in the background. Scary little biters. Let's go deal with some of these guys. Gotta get some more for the stew pot. There's more. We already got those. Yeah, we already got those. Dagnabbit. Yeah, this channel's not recommended for kids. I swear a lot. And I am a bit against formalized patriarchal religions. How's that? So, this isn't some place where you'd want to send your Catholic children to watch, because I believe I have my right to express myself and the things I believe. I will not ever. Hey, Sugar Bear. You look like you need a reading. Is that what you're here for, huh? Is that what you're here for, is a reading? Hey, my little fur face. Oh, you're such a good boy. Yes, you are. You're such a good bad boy. Oh, he says, give me the pets. Just give me the loves. That's what I need. She needs something to eat, too. What do you think of that, Sugar Bear? I'm starving my character. What is that? Let's get that guy. What's there? Let's go get that bird. The bird is the word.
Hunting don't seem to suit you.
Oh, you guys are real wisecrackers. No! You don't get to pick your cards. Not for kitties. No. No. Oh, you like that, don't you? Yes, you're such a bad old kitty. That's all you're trying to do, is get attention. So he figures I can just move those cards around and you give me attention, so I should do it some more. Should do it some more, huh? Is that a bad kitty? Is that a bad kitty? Oh, yes, he says I'm very bad. Very bad indeed. All right, we need to close that. Okay. What were we doing? Blame it on the COVID. What's that over there? It's a chicken. I don't think we need any chickens right at this moment. This is a bad spot. They catch you. Oh, we gotta go over there and get that anyway. Look at all the chickens today. What is this about? This is a lot of chickens. It is a slaughter. Exactly. That's more chickens than I've ever seen in here. Something's still squawking. We gotta go and get the one over here. Because there's a clock over here. Excellent. Alright. Time to collect these up. Without anything. There we go. And Sugar Bear settles in. Sorry that I don't always pay attention. Let's put it in there with the fixed spelling mistake. See if that fixes it up a little. Yeah, there's some really interesting history behind Red Dead Redemption that I did not know about. Let's type that in there again with its spelling fixed. Hey Nanda, how are you? It's a lovely quiet day here. I'm on the last few days of my COVID. Still quarantined. So I'm researching and researching. Did a lot of research about Red Dead. I had no idea where the name Red Dead even came from. And apparently it was a Japanese game creator that first came up with it, and I had no idea that Rockstar actually had to buy the rights to the game from them. So in essence, it wasn't. The only thing that I've been asking of people who want ratings is that they subscribe, so everyone can have a reading. I just ask that they do subscribe. Let's see, let's go in here and grab, which deck would you like? We have, if Sugar Bear will give us the space back, we have the red Deck of the Bastard. I'll show you this deck because it's gorgeous. We can get that up there, let's see. This is the backs of the cards. It's just a gorgeous deck. They're huge. So there's that deck, and then there's the Wild Unknown Tarot. We're gonna hightail back to camp here, if we're able. And then the Wild Unknown to hold. get her traveled back to camp. It's much easier. That's not what I meant to do. Let me know if you have a deck. As soon as I hear which deck you're looking at, then I'll go ahead and do a reading for you. The red deck of the bastard. All right. We'll give that a quick shuffle. I don't allow the personal questions to be on the main due to privacy issues. I do a general reading for people. All right, Sugar Bear. We need your space. He says, I'm not moving. Your first card in relationship to your question is the Page of Swords. And then we have the... For now, that's the card in regards to the past. The second card is in regards to right now, and it is the Five of Pentacles. And the third card is in regards to the future, and it is the Seven of Swords. Are we in your way, Sugar Bear? I'm so sorry that we're in your way. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's be helpful, Sugar Bear. Let's do the reading here. So the first was the... We better get out of here because we're going to get killed here, for sure. This time we'll actually go to camp instead of some arbitrary place. All right, so your first... Thank you, Sugar Bear. All right, so the first card is... Page of Swords. So in regards to your question, that is the past, the Page of Swords. All right, the Page of Swords is about a dynamic creature. The son of the Page of Swords is a man of action, not of grace. He pushes forward towards his goal with urgency and determination. To top it off, he's very well educated, making him a force to reckon with. Usually he's seeking approval from the patient and just father who casts quietly a shadow onto his son. Working with the stimulating and exhausting young man can prove to be a challenge. So I'm going to guess that that's the person that you're inquiring into. He is very patient, very dynamic, forceful and determined, and very much his father's son. And in the regards to the right now, we have the Five of Pentacles. So let's see the Five of Pentacles. With the Five of Pentacles, you're looking at sadness, worry, and illness. So the Five of Pentacles is a card of hard times. It may come in the form of an illness, job loss, financial trouble, or rejection. Above all, there will be worry, so much worry. This anxiety is counterproductive and damaging. You must find a way to quiet the mind during this difficult time. Rely on meditation or a visualization to find peace. So that's the right now. Sadness, worry, and illness is on your mind. And your final card, the final outcome card for your question is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, let's get there. The Seven of Swords is about secrecy and self-interest. So goes the story of the Seven of Swords. A secret is being kept. Either you're the keeper of the... or you're keeping it from someone. And it's time to identify which. Deceit and avoidance linger in the air. Face the cause of secrecy or risk ostracizing yourself. So that is your reading, and I hope that helps with your question and helps you with the issues that you're facing right now. I would say there's a great deal of secrecy, potentially some illness, but possibly not the greatest time to be looking at the relationship until the secrets are out of the way. So I hope that helped. Oops, let's put that back over there. Let's go make a stew. So I'm really considering, instead of having the game playing in the background, I'm really considering having some sort of meditative type music, and I have to figure out how I can find something that's royalty free. That, you know, if it repeats, it's not too distracting. I just want to find something very feng shui, that very peaceful. So that's what we're going to work on. I think we've got some stew already made. Yeah. I love when the cards tell the truth. I love when the cards say things that other people, when they're coming in with their nonsense about wanting to know if somebody still likes them, the cards just go straight to deceit and dishonesty and allude and all kinds of things. I love it. The cards do not lie. The cards do their job all the time. The cards know the truth. People, not so much. People create their entire belief system on what they want to be true, instead of listening to what the universe has to tell them. They try to tell the universe how it is. Is that? That's a bad old alligator. Still didn't get him. Wow. Well, he's not going to be a 3 anymore. I wonder if I've got to change this. Yeah, I got to clean it. It's not killing anything. Let's see how bad it is. Not too bad. Not even a thank you. Away they go. You know, I asked such a simple thing for a subscribe, and they can't even do that. They'd go and pay 40, 50 more, and yeah. It's always nice to see the true colors of people. Grasping, always wanting what they want, and never caring about what others want, or that they use others. They don't care. It's very interesting. Too many don't understand that I don't want to grow the channel.
Supplies are starting to
I
run
want to grow
low, just
myself.
so you know.
But the channel's just a bunch of circuitry. I'm more interested in myself growing. That's why I don't have any trouble showing the door to people when they come in and
Okay, then.
are
No
playing their little
comment.
games. I know what they're about.
Well, if you insist.
Alright, so we are going to go and disconnect and come back in. Alright, so let's just welcome. Brush that off and welcome new people in. Always let go of things that are upsetting you and get back to the things that make you feel peaceful. So yeah, I remove all questions that people put into the channel in regards to the questions that they have that they would like answered, because sometimes people think the question that they say is what they want an answer to, but I believe that whatever knits this universe together has better understanding. And when I talk about universe, I don't mean just us in the moment that we're in right now. I believe in quantum physics rather than religion. I believe that quantum physics is the collection of everything, all time, and that what we're experiencing here is a creation, a manifestation, so that we can experience things. And I don't think that there's good or bad. I think that whatever choices we make, we have consequences. So I believe completely in karma, but I don't believe that this is our only existence. I believe that the choice
Sometime
that I
today
made
would be nice.
took one of me on one path and the other me on another path. And it used to make me laugh when I
The
watched The Big
suspense is
Bang,
killing me.
and Sheldon would talk about how in one universe he's some sort of creature. Well, I actually don't believe that.
Come
I
on,
don't
I'm a
believe
busy
in
man.
the random creation of everything. I believe that Earth, as it developed, seems random, and it seems like it just, came out from the primordial ooze. But I think that all of the prerequisites were already
I don't want to
created.
rush you,
All
but
the DNA was already created. Things formed, but if all time existed at the time of the Big Bang, if all time
in your
existed
own time,
at the time of the Big Bang, there was no accidentalness about it. At one point, in one universe, things developed in one way and at one pace, and in another multiverse, something doesn't happen that has to create life on Earth. In some multiverses, we don't exist because we never came to be. So I find that the thinking
supplies are looking
that
healthy
keeps
right
us
now.
in such a patriarchal belief system where, we're told we're good or bad depending on how much we buy. I mean, when I look at how politicians tie the religion that they've been shoving down our throat. I mean, think about it. Whether a child lived or didn't live is not preordained. If all time exists, and if God created all of this, if that's what created everything is God, and God is the sum total of everything, then God doesn't care whether one baby exists or doesn't exist. It's already been written that in one universe he exists and in another he doesn't. So God isn't caught up with this. Humans are caught up with these things. Humans pass on their own weird little ideas to everybody else and say you have to accept it, otherwise, you're going to suffer. And then they make you suffer. They become your own self-fulfilling prophecy by making you suffer because you won't believe in their religion. I just I can't understand why everybody doesn't see this. I guess, not everybody, as my husband would say, not everybody sits and thinks about these things. I do. Non-stop. I think about these things. Non-stop, I think about these things. That's why I know that eventually the channel will change away from being just about riding around and doing those things, and it will become more about helping people find the real question that they want answered. The question they don't even know that it's just eating away at them inside. That's what the universe wants for us, is to learn. It doesn't want us to covet or, spend all of our lives wanting what somebody tells us is the best and what we should have. It wants us to learn. And learning takes so many different shapes. The lessons that we don't want to learn, those are the ones we have to learn. doing editing as I'm going along here. Let's get that edited. Let's be in here. Send community. Yes, I am learning as we go along. Alright, let's head back in and take a look. Hello, Natalia, how you doing? I'm enjoying it. I love doing readings. So which deck would you like to go with today, Natalia? We've got, again, trying to see this in here. We have the red deck of the bastard. Let's get a better look so we can see the camera too. Alright, this is the red deck of the bastard. And again, I think you've seen the Wild Unknown. But I do like the backs on these as well. That's over a little bit. There we go. So which one would you like to go with? The Wild Unknown or the red deck of the bastard? I know the lag is there. Oh, I wonder if we've got the sound too loud on us. I wonder if we need to take that down. Let's do that. I'll go in here and fix that. Gotta go into here and shut the game sound down. There we go. I do have this a lot where people have trouble hearing me, and I've got COVID, so it's really very hard to project my voice, but we'll take that down, so at least that's not interfering. All right, which deck would you like to have? Would you rather have the red deck or the Wild Unknown tarot deck? Hi, Misha. We're doing a reading for Natalia here. So I didn't get an answer, so I'm going to go with the Wild Unknown. It's the one you've chosen before. And I'll do a quick shuffle. Thank you, Misha. Thanks, Natalia. I'm on day 4 now with COVID, so this is keeping me from losing my mind. There we go. All right, so here we go. We're going to cut the deck for you. We'll just put it like this, and we'll cut this here. So the first card is going to be, as you know, about the past as it relates to the question that you have in your mind. I don't need to hear the question, but we'll just go with this. In the past, you have the Five of Pentacles, and that's for your past. For your present, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So the reading is really starting to take shape in materialism, but the final outcome is the Nine of Swords, which is not the best card. Let's go take a look at that. So the Five of Pentacles, let's look at that one first. The Five of Pentacles is about sadness, worry, and illness. So there's been some worry about that in the past. It's a card about hard times, and it may come in the form of illness, job loss, financial trouble, or rejection. Above all this, there will be worry, so much worry. This anxiety is counterproductive and damaging. You must find a way to quiet the mind during this difficult time. Rely on meditation or visualization to find peace. So that was in the past. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles for right now. That's a good card to have in the past. But your Ace of Pentacles says you're moving into a prosperous beginning. In the center of you know, like it's like a tiny seedling was in the back when you were having the worry and the stress, but now you've got a seed that's planted and it's starting to grow. The seed will take root, grounding you for the future. You're in the beginning phase of a prosperous venture. Stay grounded, go outside, take time to appreciate nature. You may also find a windfall of wealth headed your way. So that's a good one. That's always good. So the Ace of Pentacles is usually about beginnings. All the aces are about beginnings. But your final outcome card, let's take a look at that, because swords can be a little bit of a challenge. And the Nine of Swords is about dark visions and anguish. An extremely dark card, the Nine of Swords reveals the deepest shadows of the self. It indicates insomnia, nightmares, and worries in the mind in the midnight hour. Often these states are accompanied with guilt, despair, or even depression. You'll be battling with yourself, so turn to others for help, find joy, and reach out. So I'm very sorry to hear that for you, Natalia. I hope that that things, are going to work out. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles gives you that seed of hope, but you do have that worry if you don't kind of find the peace inside yourself. You won't be able to nurture that growth for the seed of happiness that's coming along. So I hope that helps you. We'll put those cards back in. And hey Kiva, how you doing? Miss Misha, what deck would you like? I'm going to give these ones a quick shuffle. So this reading will be from Misha. Thank you. It doesn't sound good, but it really does say, one of your cards very clearly, Natalia said, that there is a seed that is growing, and that was your Ace of Pentacles. So whenever you have an Ace card, and for the right now, it means that you are in a place where you're actually starting afresh. And that means that the past where you had the problems, you don't have to worry about that. Focus on the now and focus on meditation and the solitude, because that's all it's really warning you about, is that if you don't give yourself time to, mentally heal from, stress that you've had in the past, it's not going to say much good for the future. So, Misha, which deck would you like? Would you like the red deck or the bastard, or would you like the wild unknown? I'll show you the red deck so you can see it as well. This is the red deck of the bastard. It is a beautiful deck. It's just very red. I even put along the edges, I put red ink. It really does come across as a very passionate. Red is not really a bad color. All right, Misha, we're going to use the red deck, or no, let's go with the wild unknown. It's a little gentler and we've shuffled it. So I'm going to set it here and we're going to cut the deck for you, Misha. So this is a reading for Misha. There we go. Your first card. Oh, this is like, how does this happen? I just shuffled these and you just got the very same card as Natalia. This is about the past, and we'll get there. This is about the future, the Hanged Man. So usually it's a crossroads there, and you've got a good final outcome card. You have the Two of Cups, which is basically the Lover's card. So we'll give you that. All right. So in the past, with the Five of Pentacles, that was the same one that Natalia just had. Five of Pentacles. Let's take a look at that. So the Five of Pentacles, as much as, it's the dropping petals off the roses. It looks like such a sad little card, but it's about hard times, and it is in the past. It may come in the form of illness, job loss, or financial troubles, even rejection. But above all this, there will be worry. So again, lots of worry. And this isn't uncommon because that's a past card for all of us. We worry about things. But this anxiety that comes from worry, it's just very counterproductive and very damaging. You have to find a way to quiet the mind during this difficult time. Rely on meditation. So then your next card is the Hanged Man, which is a major arcana. And the Hanged Man is actually not as awful as it sounds. The Hanged Man is about sort of being at, well, it's about, sacrifice, letting go. And many people talk about the art of letting go, but what does it really mean? And how do you achieve letting go? The Hanged Man has all the answers. He's the master of non-attachment, I guess. The card implies there's a sacrifice or a difficult or painful situation coming up in your life. Though you naturally want to resist and struggle through, be more like the hangman and find a stillness, open your eyes and use a new perspective to learn something. Otherwise, you'll be stuck there. So the hangman is very much about being at a crossroads, and you have to either let go and sacrifice the past, or be stuck there forever. And your final outcome card is, well, I mean, sometimes it can be, the Two of Cups can be about love, but it can be about a lot of other things too. So let's just read it for you, what it has to say. The Two of Cups is about connection, love, and romance. So even though you've had some worry and some stress in the past, the future is bringing you more reconnection, love, and romance. So it says, when this card appears, you can anticipate new love to be heading your way. And yes, this usually means romance. Sometimes it points to a birth of a dear and lasting friendship. But either way, the connection between you will be pure, honest, and solid. Open your heart and get ready. So that's pretty positive, Misha. I hope that works for you. Kiva, how have you been? Can I do a reading for you? Let's give these a shuffle again. Yeah, we've kind of moved away from, doing the coffee house idea, and I'm just doing nonstop readings now and loving it. It's such a relaxing thing to just sort of let the mind go and just go on an adventure where everybody else is at. I guess I'm living vicariously through everyone else. I guess we should get this game back in place here. Where does she need to be? I have ordered, Kiva, the Gotham Knights. I pre-ordered it. I'm excited. It comes out in October. You can actually be a female in this. So I'm enjoying games where they give you genders. Yeah, it's been pretty steady with people coming in for readings. I'm quite enjoying it. They don't stay in for very long, and they don't ask. I've requested that they don't ask the questions on the channel. We just delete them now because we're really focusing on just trying to get to helping people where they can use it. What's happening with you? How's school going? You're very welcome, Misha. I'm so glad to have you in the channel. Thanks. I found some really interesting things you might find interesting, or you might not. There's some history that I did not know about Red Dead Redemption, and the name Red Dead actually comes from the original creators who had the thought and the idea of Red Dead Redemption. And it goes back to a Japanese game creator. Ah, thanks, Misha. It's a Japanese game creator. So here it was, if you're interested. Have you been hearing anything about the GTA and what's been going on with the GTA 6 leaks, the game leaks? A 17-year-old hacker actually released, I'll put these both up here, either of them you might be interested in. I was loving this. The history though, that's both these streams are by the same person. This fellow, he's right on top of everything that's going on. And he's the first guy, like the guy in the history, if you're ever looking at that, the guy who did the history, he goes way back, like not just to Red Dead Revolver, but before, when they first started to create it, it was, as I say, it was a Japanese programmer, and he wanted Red Dead, and it was supposed to be like a very much arcade style game, and it just, Red Dead Revolver is taken over. Rockstar buys it out from a Japanese creator, and that's like that. In the beginning, it starts with with Dan Houser and his crew, and they invested a lot of money. It was so different for the time. They attached electrodes to a horse and brought it into like, you got to watch it. It's unbelievable. They brought a horse in to watch its movements as it moves around, and it's like electrodes, probably about 100 electrodes on its body, not electrodes, signal transmitters to show where the movements are. They do a lot of it now, but back then, this is over, well, before 2018, it's like 2009 that they're doing that. And that's where they first start creating some of the movements for the horses. And then they actually made horses. They gave them several different ways to fall, and they watched the movies. And I mean, there was a lot put into Red Dead. I had no idea how much was put into it. And then this guy also talks about what's going on with GTA 6, the leaks. This hacker posted the code. He posted all the code onto so many different streams, and people have got it. So I don't know what's going to happen with they say nothing will be affected with GTA 6, but now we know pretty much the story. He actually posted videos of it, so people can go and look. I don't know if he includes any of it in there. I can't remember. Because I was more going towards, he's talking about how the hacker is saying he's not guilty, he didn't do it. And I'm just laughing. It's crazy. So this guy, I really quite like him. I even subscribe to him because he puts extreme amounts of research into what he does, and I like that. I'm more free flow, but he is definitely he works hard. All right, we are here. We need more. We need more goods. Let's go see what we can get. All right, Pony, where are you? Let's go get some more alligators. Or whatever. Or whatever we can find. How's that? How do I shoot you in the head and you can still fly away? How is that possible? Oh, get them, get them, get them. These guys are worth way more than those alligators. Am I riding right into an alligator? Of course, there you are. All right, you're gone. We're going to call you gone, but at least you're not there to bite me. All right, any more alligators? This should help a little anyway. Yeah, I've just switched completely to tarot. I might even remove the games eventually. Um, I mean, basically, the video that gets put out here is just backdrop to me doing readings. That's all I ever really wanted to do. So that works. It is. It is very, very, it's a lot easier for people who are looking to have readings to find it. And I have people that are much more um, in tuned and wanting to do this. So it's, like I say, it's so much nicer to be able to be straight where I want to be. Oh, Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear's so jealous. Every time I pick up the deck to start reading, he gets so jealous. You don't have to play with those cards, Mummy. Just pet me. But it is nice. It's nice to know that that's where I'm trying to go. And that's, oh, I was almost had him. How about you guys? Oh, a whole bunch of you. They're going out to the water, or are they coming back this way? Am I going to be able to get you? Oh, they're coming back. There we go. And gotcha. All right. I think that's going to help. How's school been, Kiva? Yeah, it's what I'm more in tune with. I can still play because you got to do something while you're waiting. And hey, every time I level up, it's a good thing. Yeah, while it's more of its content is, yeah, that's the good and the bad with school. I think mostly what they're doing, more so even than teaching, I think what they're doing is trying to see if people can handle the stress levels. That's what I really think university and college are about. They push you to your limits, see who can take it, who can't, which seems a bit, you know, to me that's very counterproductive. If you only want a group of people who are successful in a capitalist world, that's a perfect structure. But if you actually want to teach people and teach people to be more kind, more loving, and help people through their mental health issues, you would think that it would be more about helping people to find out how to cope with stress, like give people a roadmap so that, as the stress hits, how can you survive the stress, right? That's what I would think it would be about. But, you know, I guess that's a little bit too much of a kumbaya type of a thinking. But I watched it all through my years at the university. I watched how they designated which courses we're going to be in, and I guess I got a little bit turned off of it. I know you need to have a degree in this world to move forward, but I just sort of think that at what cost sometimes if people can't, you know, I guess what I'm thinking for myself is why do you have to take the specific courses they want you to take? Why couldn't you get a degree? I mean, you can. You can get a useless arts degree and just taking all the things that you want, but why do they get to determine what specifics? I can see as a doctor, You have to have specifics, but they don't even teach doctors how to talk to a patient. A doctor doesn't have one course in psychology in his entire caseload ever. And yet they're supposed to help us with mental health issues. Hey, brave Kratos, good to see you. We have a specific icon for that. I have to put it out there now, just because you said that. Anyone can use it. The lurk button. We've been having fun doing readers. Oh, Kratos, have you seen? I gotta post this in case you haven't seen this. This is a history, complete history of Red Dead, way back before Red Dead Revolver, and it goes into who the actual creator came up with the coin Red Dead. They liked the rhyming part of it, and they didn't even know what it was going to be, so it became Red Dead Revolver, and they made an arcade game. And the same guy who does that came up with, or is the one who's been posting all about the hacker, the 17-year-old hacker. So I thought I'd post these. This is just for you, brave greatest. I thought you would appreciate it. I enjoy your stream as well. Just so you know, quite enjoy the tone there. It's very, very chill, very laid back, right up until people are being shot, I guess. Uh, Here we go. Put some of you guys in there. Get rid of those. Yeah, the guy, it's a good one to have for the channel. Like if you go in depth with it, I don't because I'm so much more here about my tarot readings. I'm sort of a tarot reader that happens to play these games. Oh, but I did download or pre-order oh golly, Gotham Knights. They do have a female character, so I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, if you have time, with what you're streaming, I think you'll really enjoy that. And I love passing those things on because if I can't get into them too much because of what I'm doing here, at least if I can pass it on. Oh, I think I have enough to finish these now. Let's put these last in here. So we're day 5 of COVID. Still a bit of sore throat, but not as bad as I was. A lot of people say that 5 days is all there is, but they do tell you to quarantine for 10. I think that's just because you're so tired after having it that you just sort of, yeah, that'll finish those up. That's fine. Yeah, it didn't affect mine other than one of the days I thought that things tasted a little bit metallic, like, but that could have been my imagination. I didn't really notice anything change. So I might be lucky and not have it affected my nerves in the way some people did. My son, when he got it, he couldn't taste, and he got the first go round where it was, what was it called? You guys, die already. Don't shoot him again. He doesn't need 2 shots. He's dead. I like these little ones. Has anyone ever been attacked by one of these little guys? I've never had them attack me. I've had them come running towards me, but even in the water, I've never had them attack me. Did you get COVID as well, Brave? Let's pick both these guys up. We can bring them both in. Wow. You know what? That's something that I have to say is that the first thing I said to my husband was that this ranch dressing is too hot. They've put onions or something in it. So maybe I did get more affected than I think. Because I was sitting there saying, don't get this brand again because it tastes like they've put jalapenos in it. So maybe that is more effect than I thought. But not so much that I don't enjoy the taste of things. Like some people are saying that when they have it, that stuff just tastes horrible. Like it doesn't taste like it's supposed to taste. You're too tough. That's awesome, Brave. Oh, yeah. It's funny, you guys, you make me laugh because you're brave right up until you're sick. My husband, oh, he can't hear me, but it's the truth. He's all brave, and then he's like, if he gets this though, like we've been really lucky. His boss got it, but he has not. He thought he might have had it. I like the name. So I have to ask you, is that Greek ancestry? I'm not asking about your genetic history, but is it um, based on that Kratos? Is that what your name came from? I like it. I really like to see intelligent names with history like that. I have a yeah, and you know what? This is kind of I'd say that for me I'd call this more like the flu. People say it's just like the cold, but I'd say with the body aches and the fever, it's a little bit more. When I get a cold, I don't get fevers like I had. So I would say it's a lot more like that, like a cold and the sore throat. I mean, I have so many allergies that I could end up with a sore throat at any time, but this is a lot more flu-like. Yeah, I've had COVID for the last 4 days now. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so he's mixed a little bit of you know, your your area history and some from the old God of War. That's awesome. I love it. Thanks, Kiva. I've been doing deliveries in the solo lobbies, and I have found that with a specific delivery coming out of Roanoke Ridge, I'm finding a free treasure map every time. So, every one of my streams, I do my delivery from Roanoke Ridge. That the whatever, whichever, especially if you're going down to the any areas like in the bayou, you go past this treasure map and it's always there. So, oh, and today I went up and looked. There is a place in Annisburg that I did not realize that if you want to get struck by lightning, it's the place. And so I'm going to try that. Oh, you're in the UK. I didn't know that. Wow. Wow. You've got some real history, some real interesting history. That's very cool. I love that when people have a mixture. Like, there's nothing more interesting than when you do your DNA and you find out that you are nothing that you thought you were. We had been told that we were Irish our whole life, Irish and English with German, and then to find out that there's a little bit of Irish, but way more Scottish. So I think that I have to say the truth is that I like to drink and I hate to pay for it. Yeah, that's so cool. That's very cool. I think Africa's got to be my most fascinating. Um, I watch all of the National Geographic, the only history. I'm glad you got that. Yeah, yeah. It was uh, it was interesting to discover, and I'm not sure that I trust that or would suggest for everybody to go and do their DNA, but it was sure interesting to see. Oh, wow. You have got some fascinating history there. The most fun about that is when the kids come up and start to ask about it, and when they really start to one of my sons really liked the Viking because I have Norwegian and Sweden thrown in there. I didn't know about that. Norwegian and Sweden, like where did that come from? I was thinking, Irish, English, German. But then when they really looked at it, I mean, the Germans are, or not the Germans, but I mean, even the Irish, I mean, they get their red hair from the Vikings and before the Vikings, like the Norwegians and the Swedes. So that is so cool, Brave. You know, for me, because of my passion for Reiki, I'm a Reiki master and studied I've studied meditation most of my life. I mean, so much of my spirituality comes from the the I I believe myself personally that even Christ went and studied with the yogis and learned Buddhism and studied all the religions. So for me, I love learning about all of them because like we think that we're all separate and that we have all these different areas, but when you start to go back and study things like the Babylons and what happened in history, I love that. Like it all started in Africa and India and those areas. Like that's where the population was, and to watch where it migrated, I am just fascinated because none of us can say that we have different genetics. I do believe though that like we do, like in the up in Tibet, Tibet has people who can breathe better in higher altitudes. That goes back to the Denisovans, the cave in Russia, where they all they have found is like the tiny little finger bones and little shards of bones. But there's a whole race of people that we don't even know anything about. We've got so little, and yet they can trace their genetics to people still. Most of us, most of us are descendants of the Neanderthal. That DNA is all there, but they've got some Denisovan and others that they haven't even tracked yet. They don't haven't even had enough to be able to do full, uh, like on a fossilized bone. You wouldn't be able to do any genetic reading, but that stuff just fascinates me. Oh, that would be incredible. My mom did a lot of that traveling before she passed. She was very lucky to be able to go to India. She never made it to Africa, but she made it to India and China. And I just if I could have, that would have been a passion that I would have loved. Now I don't even want to get on an airplane. I'm just like, I don't want to be on an airplane. Not just for the COVID, but because things are just, there's too much unrest everywhere. Like we're at that time right now. The more pressure that's being put on the earth, the more pressure and the change that we're having in climate. I mean, look at what's happening in Florida. And I mean, it even hit Canada, that storm. It was just insane. And we're going to get more of that. Yeah. See, I find the Chinese people probably to be the most interesting. The culture there is older than I mean, we're such babies here in Canada and the US. We're just our culture is barely even out of diapers. So I love looking at the culture other places because you can look and see their history, and it's a warning that people just don't really pay attention to, but it's just fascinating. That's why I don't make a very good Red Dead Redemption streamer because I sit here and start talking about things and completely forget. But I don't really care if I don't necessarily play the game. I could be playing music in the background, but I'll tell you when Gotham Knights gets here, I'll be playing that. Oh, yeah. See, we have in Canada here in Vancouver, we have such a large Mandarin population. A little bit of the Cantonese too, but Mandarin is, I think, essential. If you want to really look at it, if you take the entire world population, probably over a quarter of it speaks Mandarin. So why wouldn't we learn that? Like it always blows me away when they say people should learn English as. Did you see that pig? Look at him, just coming in my camp like he owns it. Buddy, there's your for not paying your taxes, I'll tell you. You come on our territory, you pays your taxes with your life. Yeah, I don't worry too much if I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm waiting for it to cook down the goods. Uh, I will forget about any game anytime people come in and talk about interesting things. That's what life is about. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this saying, but I love it. It says, life is what happens while you're waiting for the traffic lights to change. What do you think of that? Life is what happens while you wait for the traffic lights to change. It isn't about the traffic. It isn't about any one person in the traffic. It's about what happens while you're just sitting there. That's what I'm interested in. I don't think so, Mr. Jory. Vory. We're going to wait for our goods to cook, and then we're going to do a famous run. I don't worry about cribs. We've only got 6 minutes to finish. Thanks, Brave. That's how I look at it. Everybody has all these milestones and they think that those are the big things, but you know, sometimes I sit there quietly watching at those milestones, and I look at the people and I look at the looks on their faces, the sad looks, the jealous looks, the pissed off looks, the dreamy looks, the happy looks. That's life. Life isn't what happens, it's how you react to all of what's happening. And so I kind of get excited about being in it, you know. That's what I think this is about. I think that, you know, we're just spirits that just travel about to try and feel those experiences. Yeah, I just like I just, you know, I'm in my head. That's all we really are. I think that the material, the mass, everything that's around us, I think that we're in a big video game too. And they're just starting to realize that. The quantum physicists are saying now that they believe there's a high probability that the particles, that's so annoying when somebody comes along like that. I was going after a legendary and I shot him, and then this posse came along and just like killed me and stole it right from me. And you know, I threw a dynamite at them, and then I couldn't go to Crips because they said that I was the bad person because they reported me, and I was just sitting there just laughing, going, "Oh, isn't this what life is about?" You know? No, that's the getting blown up. Isn't that what life's about? We're traveling along on our path, and we really think we're just going along, and all of a sudden something blows us up. That's what I love about these games. Is I started to see that maybe we're a game too, and that you know we just it's such a well. I mean, and when you look at Red Dead, would you not believe that we could have been just a spark of electricity, intelligent electricity that they decided to put into this video game called life? And so we're all just living through these, but where I was going with the quantum physics thing is they're saying that the particles themselves hold the ability for all choices. So until a person makes a choice, the particles don't make a decision on which way to go. And that's like Schrodinger's cat, if you ever heard about that. It's both dead and alive at the same time. All choices right now, at this moment, all choices. Oh, look at that. We're going to get a resupply right there. Of course. Of course. This is the stuff I love to think about. And then go right back to talking about how they steal your legendary. I'm like, bastard. But that's life, right? Sometimes you're the sometimes you're the dog, sometimes you're the fire hydrant. Let's order some of these. I was gonna actually go for a run, but when you feel like this, when you can just sort of keep things the way they are, that's better. And go and sit and talk and just visit. That's sort of what the channel's about, is meeting people who have interesting different ideas. But Rockstar designed it that way, and that's why I don't feel too sorry for them when they break. Like right now, I was watching PvP Cat. He was talking. He was basically saying word for word the things that I'd said in my stream about how Rockstar has this coming to them. Like they've been miserly and cheap, and obsessed with the money transactions instead of making sure the game is running. They're more worried about how they're going to make money from it. So, as far as I'm concerned, what goes around comes around. This whole thing with GTA, oh, it's just it's sad, but that's what happens. They were too cheap to give us dedicated servers, and they slapped the game together so fast at the end. Well, if you look at any of that history, it totally explains why we're in the mess that we are with Red Dead. Because basically they'd invested so much money into it that they came to a point where instead of putting it off for longer to come out with Red Dead Redemption 2, they just put it out, bugs and all. And I think that like they said, some of the code is so bad that it isn't even in the right places it's supposed to be, because they just slapped it in at the last minute. So, so if anyone out there is actually looking for a reading, um, please just say something. We're happy to do a reading for you. Yeah, that was what I said in my last stream, is that karma's out there. She's coming for you. You know, if you're if you know if you're a good person, not a good person, that's very subject or very judgmental. If you are a positive person generally who tries not to bring negativity and mean-spiritedness into other people's lives, I think that you will have a good life generally. But if you go around trying to always raise yourself by putting others down, that's the karma. And if you look at some of you look at the changes since Red Dead, the game, story mode versus Red Dead, the horses in the game didn't ever shit on you. Ever. A dog didn't come into your camp and poo right in front of you. So I asked myself, why did the online version do this? And it's because they're catering in the same way they are in GTA. They're catering to the 10-year-old mentality and putting an 18 plus on it for viewership. It's like they put that on there just so that the 10-year-old wants to play the game. So they've got a lot of karma coming back to them. And don't get me wrong, I'm hypocritical enough to have given the Red Dead game to my grandson, who is he was 13 at the time. But, you know, I did ask his mom, and she said, "Oh, he's already playing GTA." And I went, "Well, there you go." He'd been playing it for a long time, and his mom was perfectly okay with it. So I guess, you know, media, TV changed our generation. The games are going to change the next generation. And the more realistic the games get, the more um, life is going to imitate art, because the creative people come up with a lot more horrible and disgusting ways to do things, and the copycat things that happen from these games, you know, there's been lots. So I don't think that there's any danger of, um, morality suddenly smacking any of these games too hard, which is why I like the redemption aspect of Red Dead. You know, they didn't call it Red Dead Revolver. They'd played out the story with John Marston. They'd played out the story of how things went bad, and, how John was trying to look after his family. But, when you make choices, you suffer the consequences of those choices. And I think they kind of fell a little bit short in in Red Dead Online. Those weren't made by Dan Houser and his team, and you could feel the difference. It's definitely a much um, more childish, more, you know, just I love the interaction with the NPCs, but some of the stuff that they say to women, maybe they said those things back then, but I don't see that they need to be in here. I don't see that a lot of the stuff needs to be there. So I just see that there's a little bit of angry tension in some of these programmers, like they did decide though, this is an interesting thing you might find interesting. GTA 6 is going to have a female, yeah, was it GTA 6? Yeah, it's got a female in the story. Yeah, you want to see the the what do they call it? The spoiler alerts with them all because there's a lot in there. Right, let's see. Those will be going again. We could add some more though. We're still low. I don't even mind sending people to other links and to other channels. I have talked about you in here as well, Brave Kratos, even when you're not here. I like everybody to be valued and appreciated for what they do. I like what you do in your channel. Let's pick up this frog. All right, here we go. Up you get. Let's turn this in. We've been by there a couple times and forgot to turn them in. Okay, turn this guy in. There we go. Done. And it took us above the low. Yeah, although she's Latino, that much I know about her. I just can't remember her name. It's in the same streamer that I posted of those two links. He's the same streamer that talked about it because he went and looked at the GTA leaks. And he didn't put them in his channel though, because like any of the video, because anybody who had a video with that hacker's leaks, because he actually leaks the code, like he posts the pages and pages of code. So anybody who had that on there got their videos taken down, and it was taken down by a legitimate email for Rockstar or Take-Two. I can't remember which one they said. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I find that as long as I'm streaming for when I want to do it, I don't think I'll burn out. If I tried to put it on twice a week, and because sometimes like just last night, my video capture card, the SD60, just crashed right in the middle. I was kind of working a little too hard. I was playing a few things, but I was trying to see that the new system, like it's got 32 gigs RAM, it should be able to handle these things. But the card itself just suddenly stopped working and said it couldn't see it. So I was like, what the heck? If that had happened in the middle of a stream, that would be hard. So he just stays ahead of me. So I'm not good with free aim. But yeah. What's there? There's another little alligator. Let's pick up a few more of you guys. I gotta wait, actually. You're going the other way now, huh? Get in the water, then you can chase them all away. All right, come here, you. Oh, stump. Oh, I'm supposed to trample some to death, too. I should be doing that. Oh, no, it's NPCs, not alligators. Who goes to trample alligators? I do. I'll get them any way I can. Little biters. There we go. We got a few anyway. Oh, he's so terrified. Alrighty, Brave. Oh, Streamlabs, you bad little thing, you. Put that back up there. Streamlabs is naughty sometimes. All right, let's put that up on the horse. He didn't post a link. It doesn't like when there's dots in any of the you know, the little dot in one of those. For some reason, Streamlabs loses its little brain as soon as it sees a dot in a bunch of letters and then a dot, like a period, and then more letters. It thinks that it's a URL, so it blows its little brain. All right, which one are we going to put up there? Let's see. That's the fun I have with learning this stuff, is trying to learn how to figure out why things are doing what they're doing. But I got to tell you, for the first time, for when I first started streaming, I had nonstop porn links being put in here. So I was pretty strict with it to try and keep anything out that could even possibly. And so now I go in and I see that, you know, it's worth it because in my messages that are held for, like, whenever there's something in there that they here, let's put this one up on here. Which one was that? Support, so we don't need that one. Let's, oh, the turtle comes out. Let's skin you too. Makes it easier. Yeah, I would take that off of So Kiva, I have the perfect link for you. This is what I put in. I put lurk, and I put a couple others for people if they're leaving or if they're gonna go. You can just put lurk now, and it lets you say, I will be still here. All right, little frog, you're going down. I am a brave, brave hunter of frogs. Are you scared of frogs now? All right, toads it is. All right, let's bring this back in. Let's deliver this. Oh, there's a couple more there I could get. There's always just one more, right? I think I might need to clean that too. This is a little ridiculous. Let's see if it needed it. Oh yeah, I guess you got to have a little bit of condition on it before it's going to shoot anything. Yeah, I figured that, you know, going with random, at least I can do it when I feel good, especially since I've been sick these last few days, just being able to get on when my throat's not sore. Or you don't have headaches. That's so cute. So Voodoo was asking about you. All right, let's go, let's go. Let's get these back. Was there another? Oh, yes, there is another one. Or not. No, there's not another one. It's just the two stacked. All right, back to camp we go. Maybe our goods or our supplies have arrived. Yeah, I haven't been doing deliveries on the main, so I haven't seen much of him, but he made some solo lobbies for us. He's a really good guy. All right, we should almost be there now. Let's see. 2 more to go. He hasn't been on modding too much. He's sort of comes in and drifts out. Because when I'm in the main, I don't really need to make a posse, so and I can't invite him to the solo lobby. But it's, going in the main is just not something I'm interested in. It really blows the peaceful vibe, I can tell you. It's like yesterday, just to do the trade route. Oh, I posted it. It was like a total shitstorm from start to finish on the PC. Somebody brought the legendary animals right onto the train. It was totally nuts. So we had bears, we had alligators, we had a couple grizzly bears. It was pretty crazy. And of course, people who are doing the trade route, they don't know if they should be skinning them. And so they're trying to skin them. And then I think they realized that they weren't going to be able to take them anywhere with them. So it's just like, and they had unlimited dynamite arrows and uh, fire, fire bombs. So they were throwing those the whole time. It was hilarious. So even with this, I make my PC into a solo lobby so that I don't have to encounter people because I'm really trying to live a stress-free life, All of life is about choices, and that's one of them. If you choose to be in the rat race, you're a rat. It's just that simple. I don't want to be a rat running like a little gerbil on a wheel. I want to think things out that I want to do, not be told by others how I have to behave. That's why I don't really buy into capitalism. Yeah, we all got to work, we all got to make a living, but we don't have to. Welcome back, Brave. I was just talking about the PC. I was doing a trade route on the PC, and because we have the modders, every once in a while they just make a mess. But this one was absolutely beyond anything I'd ever seen before. The modder spawned uh, legendary animals right on the train, and I saw a wagon fly off the train at some point. It was just insane. And he was throwing, he had dynamite arrows and like Molotov cocktails. He was throwing at everything. So we still got our goods, but what insanity that was. All right, so you guys, I'll tell you, this is what I do on the PC. It's not cheating. It's creative, um, yeah, creative. Let's call it that. Oops, let's get out of here. There we go. So I go into my task manager and into performance, and you get into your controls that I gotta find them now. Where are they? Which one is this? Nope, not that. Gotta get into the right one. Okay, there it is. It's in the CPU performance. I have to find this. How do we do this now? Oh, processes. That's where it is. I think, or performance. Resource monitor. Okay, that's what we're looking for. I know, and I'm so entertained by the modders that I don't really have it in me to be upset with them when they're being jerks because it's too funny. Oh, there it is. All right. So you go into your app and you suspend the process And then you go back to the app again and resume the process. Hopefully I did that quick enough or slow enough, whichever. Go in and look and see. It gave me a solo lobby. All right, so if I look up here, it looks like we did. So I go and do my delivery now. See, like that bothers me that they make the dog come right in front of you like that just to poo right in front of you. It's like, it's just, to me, it's 10-year-old stupid humor. And there's nothing wrong with 10-year-olds. They're funny for 10-year-olds, but when they're adult programmers. Well, when people bring their horses in, that's to me, that's the funny part because you just know that they've got their dynamite arrows. But you know, like on the PC, you know, when it's, you know, when they have unlimited and they just blow everything up because you can't have 50 to 100 dynamite arrows. All right, here we go. So this is the solo lobby version of the PC. So we'll see if we have a solo lobby long enough to do a delivery. I've still just been crunching, trying to get as many runs as I can before they're finished with the good old double pay, double XP. I mean, that 5,000 XP is just crazy, right? So while I'm doing this, I'm running my PS4 and getting my goods up. I'm at 85 there too, so I'll have this and then I'll have those goods to run. So I'm just sort of obsessed with this until we get. What do you think, Brave? Are we gonna get the? Are they gonna give us back Outlaw or the Halloween Pass 2 again? Because it sure seems to me that Rockstar is famous for bringing out what they've already created and calling it content. I mean, every single one of my characters, my two on the PS4. That's the same with me. I'm just playing it for the XP. I don't care if I get any money anymore. It doesn't matter. Once you get past, 200,000, what else? And there's nothing left to spend on, and you know, I still do my dailies to get the gold, but it's not like back in the day where it got up to 0.5 on the last day, and you could just, oh wow, like my PS4 character was at 600 some gold, you know. I hope so. I hope that they give us something, but they don't give any of us OG players anything because, they. But they did make their money back on it. Look at it's doing it again. I'm going to go look and see why it did that. I don't know why it's doing that. There were no periods in there. There was nothing in there. I'm going to try and add you as a user in here. It doesn't give me an option here. But I'll try and add you in as a user so it stops doing that. Those are the things that I have yet to learn. Because I do believe to add a user, you have to have their email or something like their. When I tried to do it, it said that it couldn't be added unless it had the email, and you could add it right from YouTube. So I don't know what that's about. And you're not posting a link, right? So I don't know why it's doing that. But if I take the thing with the links out, then I end up with every porn site from here to Timbuktu. But I will get that sorted out. Sorry if my bot is rude. So how would you be able to add them in? Like, I don't know how to add a user. I can add a moderator, but it doesn't give you the option to add a user so that they're not. That was originally why I gave a couple people the moderator, was because it was the only way they didn't get kicked. So, but normally in a channel like this, you have many people typing. So you have, like if I were to type something in here, if I keep putting in, say, this, and I keep putting things in, it would stop that from happening because it breaks up so that one person doesn't have a few things at a time. But I'll have to figure that out. But I did stop with putting the moderator on just because it's so intimidating to come into a channel and have so many people as moderators when all you really want is for people to feel comfortable to ask for a reading, and instead they see a firing squad that they have to come into. Skunks. I think the best place to find skunks is in Scarlet Meadows. I don't know why, but there seem to be quite a few there. I usually go look it up on Reddit. I know skunks you have to get 2 skunks, and so often I just find them, but it does seem to me that the more often that I find them is in Scarlet Meadows, like in the wooded area there, in the same place that you find, strangely enough, the same place that I see the panthers. They're more nighttime from what I've seen. There seem to be wooded, and do you know why I think about it like that is because they so often, when you shoot them, they roll. So that suggests to me they are found more often than not in wooded, really wooded, hilly areas. And so every time you shoot them, if you remember, they always roll. So they're on hills. Does that make sense? That's how I remember, is that every time I've shot a skunk, they start to roll away on you. All right, so we got those 2 done. You're very welcome. I might not be the best fighter in the game, but I got a good memory. Just short, that's all. Let's go see if we got any collectibles over here. Do you do the collector roll too as well, Brave? Some people don't like Harriet. Oh, she's so broken right now. It's, they'd be justified right now not to like her. It's so frustrating. There's nothing in here. I can't feel a buzz at all. And we all like a good buzz. I just ran right over him. There is a thing to trample NPCs today, but that one is going to get me in trouble. Oh man, now we're going to go at it, buddy. We're going to go at it. Come on, let's go. I hope he kicks you in the head, my horse. All right. We're taking you out, mother trucker. Bye. And let the horses stomp on you. That's what you get. A little bit of violence. Oh, I've been killed by beavers before. I've been killed by them. Like when you go after that moon beaver at night and it has this posse that comes after you. They just, and they're, so cute right up until you're dying. I do too. I find it the most peaceful part of the game. That, yeah, sampling too. Just because there's I guess it's because it's so positive. You're working towards something. You have goals, whereas the others just seem so deliberately destructive all the time. which is why I like, as much as I might complain about a lot of things in Red Dead, whoever was behind the structure of the roles really, really did think about the human condition and how people are, and that 50% of us love to just kill the living shit out of everything, and some are just nurturers and would like to collect and feel more the positivity. And then there's us who like to just shift back and forth, like, you know, I'm gonna run down here and see if there's any collectibles down here. I love a good. I heard Fight Club at one point that they were setting something up for a Fight Club, and I thought, I hope so, because I don't think I've had more fun than when we had a group that would get together and we'd have a posse, and then we'd drop down out of the posse, and at the end of the evening we'd have Fight Club. We'd go in one of those little gazebos, and the only rule was you could tonic yourself up, but um, you couldn't use anything but fists. And of course, the people who like to bring out their machetes didn't love that, but that made it fair, right? Fist to fist, and you're still disadvantaged if you're a lower level, because at my level, I can take an awful lot of punches before I go out. So there's nothing around. What the heck? I know after a little while, you're so burnt out. That's what I was saying to people. After this, you just go away from Trader completely because you're just so burnt out. And yeah, you rank up fast. Like a girlfriend of mine is a 650 or 668, something like that. I can't remember. And what was that? That was interesting. I think he just stole somebody. Was making off with them. I gotta go see what that was. Like, what the heck? It does look like he's kidnapping someone, doesn't it? Do I intervene? Do I help that person? Because I don't have a clue what's going on there. I mean, maybe it was perfectly innocent and he's helping his drunk friend get home, right? But he is angry. Oh, that guy he's angry. How can he be angry? He's on the horse. All right, we'll find out. Are we going to be able to loot this guy? Yeah, we can loot him. So now I'm wanted, but he just fell off that horse. That was insane. He just fell off that horse. The horse disappeared. I don't know what that was. The thing with collecting, though, is it's just once you learn where everything is, and it's just hours and hours and hours of time, once you learn where everything is, as soon as you see the collection, you know exactly where you're going. Oh, trade route, here we go. Away we go. Could get interesting. It's like my favorite. When I see it come up, I should clean my gun before we get in there. It won't show up until my wanted level is gone too, so there we go. All right. Oh no, that's not true. It does show up even through a wanted level. I remember that. It shows up through anything. Come on. Show up. Where are you? Are we like, there we go. So we'll get a chance to see just how weird and crazy it is today. Trade out on the PC. Oh, she's filthy. I've been talking too much. I haven't even been drinking my coffee. She's just low enough. It's going to be the usual shit show, I think. I remember when I first started with the stream, people told me that I shouldn't swear. And I was like, well, I don't usually swear, but to me, I swear when it's warranted. And if I don't, then I sort of see myself as a hypocrite. So I got to be myself. Here we go. Have fun in the trade route. I hope you get your 18 goods without getting shot too much. When I go in here on the PC, it's a crapshoot. It could be, you could get 0 and you could ask yourself, why did I even go in here? The roping, it's the roping that's most frustrating because we have someone who, when you have someone who gets on a horse and they ride beside, so I'm going to get up over here. This is usually the best spot. Oh, he's already there. He was fast. All right, we'll get on the tail end. Oops, not what I meant to do. Get back in there. Goofy human. Or is he still? I'll stand up here too, because. All right, we're good to go. How's up? Well, let's see what we have in here. Will it be a load of hackers, modders? No, this looks pretty good. We might have one there, but his level suggests that he's not hacking much, so this might actually go good. We might actually come out of this with some goods at the end. I know, shocking. All right, dude, if you're not shooting, then you could probably get out of the way. Thank you. I like to be on this back end because I find that this is like the most dangerous spot, is people ignore it a little bit. I knew that would happen. Right when I... All right, now we can stand up and get a good shot at these guys. Whoops, put that away, silly girl. It's those guys up on the roofs that usually get you. And then the ones over here come after you and try to dynamite you, so... All right, where are you at? So far, it's been good. What can I say? Ah, he's back. And he's gone. All right, is anyone going to get the wagon? That's always the question here. All right, where are you going to show up? No, let's get after them. And then we're up this way. No, too far away now they are. That was not too bad, actually. Where are you at there, buddy? That guy's right there. You are there somewhere. You're going to come out just at the last little bit there. Oh, I don't know if that got you or not. All right. It's a good crew on here. I love it. It's not every day. It isn't that they're not a good crew. They shoot everything, but they're shooting everything, trying to get rid of you so that they can shoot everything with their modded weapons and then get... Sorry about the horse, but they do count, you know. People always wonder why I would shoot horses, but there isn't a word that you get for killing animals from a train, so I go after it. Toronto is a fun place. Been to Quebec. Been to a lot of places in the US. Boston, Florida, Washington, well, most of the West Coast, Oregon, the whole drive there, Colorado. Did a lot of traveling for work. Don't miss it. I do not miss traveling at all. Given the opportunity now, I stay at home and enjoy myself. Oh, that guy's right up in the front there. Oh, I like her white hat. It's her white dress. I think that's one of the most fun things about this game. It reminds me of The Sims on in the Old West. You can dress your characters up, give them horses. Oh, we got critters. I think that's one of the first times I've ever actually shot a fox in a trade route. It seems like most of the animals are gone during the trade route. All right, it's going to get interesting up there. I hate the underpasses the most. Yeah, that's hard when you got to do a lot of traveling. You know, that's why, like, people say it must be fun to be able to travel for work. And I say it's not so much fun flying when you have to. It's more fun when you're going on a, although I did make one of my trips to when I went to Florida. Oops, that's health up. I made that a trip to enjoy Disney World when I went. Took my son. That guy's going to creep up on us too, isn't he? Where are you at? There you are, just sitting there. Creep down. Come on, get that loaded. I'm taking on shots. I am. It's the underpasses though that always get me. They're always so deadly. See, like when people are really respectful, like when they duck down when there's two of you in a spot, I just so value players like that who really make sure that we can all help each other by, like, it's no good to be, like, here we're going to just get slaughtered. And it's no good for us to be fighting each other when, you know, we got to be there for each other. This thing's going to stop right here. It's crazy. Let's see where you're at. Put that away, silly girl. There we go. What's up there? Wow, look at how many of them. Jeez. Oh, oh, did you just see that? Okay, so now we've got them falling from the sky. So at that point, things might go bad. I don't know if you saw that guy. All right, there we go. Where's the next one? Come on, show yourselves. Right, up we get after these guys. There we go. See, like the cooperation, like when someone gets the one that you can't get to, I just love it. That's the feeling I have of the teamwork, and you feel like the world is okay. Let's get this guy first if we can. and go after these hooligans. Oh, nice. Oh, that would be nice. I used to make a lot of um, a lot of essential oils, and my husband used to say it was really nice to come home, never knowing just whether it was going to be lavender or wintergreen or what he was going to smell, because I have the diffuser going all the time. I think that human beings are more affected by smell because our our smell is located in our reptilian brain, so it's like the oldest sense that we have. So I think it's the most primordial sense, like the one that it kind of more subliminally affects us. So like smells can be really good or really bad. All right, enough of this trying to slaughter us here. But yeah, the smell of, or like for me, when I make hazelnut grog, um, like we get those little cups that you can. That's fun. Just dancing with someone at the end of this is my favorite thing to do. People look at you like, what the heck? But hey, why not be happy? Yeah, I know it's just right. Those smells affect you so. Okay, so there's a collectible right there, isn't there? Felt it. So, oh, we got 0.48 gold. Did you see that? Yeehaw! It could have gone so very bad. Instead, it was pretty good. So you can be on the tail end of the train with no interest in trying to get first and still place. I mean, that's why I got the poor 0.48 gold. I couldn't figure out why. But yeah, that makes a difference. And especially right after I just run my goods. That's what I try to do is run my goods just before the trade route in the morning. All right, let's head back to camp. How was your trade route, Brave Kratos? Oh, shoot. I've been talking to you this whole time, Brave. I was saying the best one that I ever got was 126 kills. And it was because somebody came along in the beginning and dynamited almost everybody in the thing, and I was riding my horse. And so I came from behind when I realized everybody was getting bombed and half the goods were gone. I jumped on, but while he was bombing everybody else, he killed everyone but myself and another player, and so we ended up with 126 kills. but there was only two of us in the end still left. It was pretty sad. Yeah, the sound of the game we turned down because when I was doing a reading, people say my voice is too quiet, so I have to turn the sound of the game off. But the odds of my voice going up is unlikely, especially when my throat's the way it is. Well, it isn't, even when it's normal, I can't really project my voice very well. But yeah, there we go. We got a good start there. Well, that made my day. Well, yeah, someone's going to kill him, right? I just don't know how many they put on there. I was always wondering, um, and this seems to be true, but when you're on the PC, sometimes you get into a trade route, say that the people created that you didn't mean to get into. Like they used to run the trade route on the PC, they would false run it. Like, if you know what I mean, they could make you think you were running the regular trade route because it was right around 1250, and you'd find out you were in the wrong one. Then you would be trapped in it and can't get out, and it would take you too long, so you'd miss it completely. So those ones, what I found out is that if there's only two of you, you can still make it through the trade route. You just don't get any goods. You might get lots of, you place first, so you might get lots of gold in that. But yeah, it would suck for the goods because they would end up pretty much gone. And that was once. But I usually sit up there in about the between 30 and 56 is usually where I'm at. And that's not really with trying, because I'm not trying to get, like, I figure give everybody a chance to get their placing. I have no ambition to be first. We were talking before, I was talking about when I coached soccer, I got more enjoyment out of getting the sportsmanship award than when we went to a tournament and we got second place. I was way happier with the sportsmanship because the kids, when somebody got hurt in the field, the kids just knew, the rule was, get down, sit down, immediately sit down. Because there is a rule with soccer that if anybody bleeds if any soccer player has blood, he has to be removed from the field and everybody else has to stay far away from him. I guess that must have come out with some of the diseases that are in blood. But as a ref, that's what we took in our training, is that if there's ever blood on the field, you have to call the game until it's dealt with. It doesn't, and even if it's just a minor injury, blood, it's not about the injury to the player, it's about the potential contaminants in the blood. So I think that I'm going to call this stream good, and I'm going to say thank you for watching. We're going to be back later, but for now, I need some coffee, and we're going to take a break. We'll see you guys later and do some more readings. So bye for now, and we'll see you in the next stream. Have a great day, Kiva and Brave Kratos. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.